What's up, Internet Land, and welcome to another episode of the Petty Cash Podcast, where this magnificent podcast represents the last of the Petty Cash. I am Charles, your host for this week's episode, and joining me, as always,
Joe,
Vinny,
Sabrina,
and Danny.
Woohoo! You knew it! Let's go!
has to be yours, man. Oh, yeah.
well deserved, Charles. Well deserved.
Yes, we
man.
had to talk about this because,
It was building up to it.
oh yeah. I'm just sitting here, just like.
Charles,
my heart was shaking.
like literally, as soon as the movie came out in theaters, we could just hear an explosion from Charles' house. Going,
Oh yeah.
Explosion, right?
Yeah, I was like inundating the chat with just Mario and Mario gifts and everything. Yeah. So the Super Mario Brothers movie. Okay, so I think we'll start with ratings, and then we'll get into spoilers. That sounds fair.
Yeah.
I'm down
Yep.
for it.
So, all right. So for me, I'm gonna actually give it 2 ratings.
Okay.
One is a rating as a Super Mario Brothers movie, and the other as a overall movie rating, like compared to all other movies.
Oh, okay.
So for me, I'm going to give this as a Mario Brothers movie. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. Okay. So that's where I'm going, and I'll get into details as to why a little bit later, because I don't avoid spoilers. As far as a regular movie, I give this solid 7.5. So and compared to all the other movies, I'd say 7.5. I'll explain once we get into yeah. But anyway, how about we'll go around with ratings and then we'll start getting into discussions.
Oh God, we're gonna do that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 4 mushrooms out of 4 mushrooms. I'll get those out of the way. But
Mamma mia.
It's more of where the hell was this movie in 1993 out of 10? Meaning that was good. Perfect. But no, I 2 ratings. I mean, the movie, it's one of those, like, you're going to catch it on TV. Of course, you're going to, okay. It was just one of those, carefree movies. I'm just like, this is neat the way it is. I mean, yeah, 9.5 out of 10. I mean, so far for, a kids movie, it did its job. So,
yeah.
I mean, I was entertained by it. I mean, there's been plenty of, cartoon movies that wowed me, but it's it's cool to actually see a Nintendo, other than Detective Pikachu. This is,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu was live action hybrid movie. This is just pure animated.
It's basically that was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This one, it was okay, Illumination, the guys that did, the Despicable Me and Minions, but of course I have a soft spot for the live action one.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's what we had. But
yep,
this one,
Nostalgia.
oh yeah, and this movie though, it's good. It would definitely be one to own.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
5 out of 5 peaches. Before we get into spoilers, there, I will say this. So, I definitely give it 5 out of 5 peaches because honestly, I think this was probably the one movie we were kind of holding our breaths on because we didn't know how this was going to do or how well it was going to go. We went in with some expectations, but at the same time, just kind of open-minded. And the commercials kept selling it on us because they added in the Mario Brothers theme song from the original cartoon.
From the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah, they kept hitting all the right nail points where we're just like, this is really going to be the best fandom film ever created. And honestly, from an animation perspective, I think Illumination's animation style worked perfectly for Super Mario. Some of the character designs were just a little bit off, but I'm okay with it because, again, it is that animation style. And story-wise, I thought it was good. They did exactly what they needed to do for Super Mario Bros. They kept it simple, fun. We all know this film just because of the video games and how it works. And I couldn't get enough of watching this film. I think I watched it like 3 times in theaters. I would keep going if the theaters weren't so expensive, but
Yeah, I'm at 3 showings right now.
but these guys, we had a blast with Bowser for many reasons. And I'm not going to go into spoilers just yet.
We'll get there.
But,
we'll get there.
Again, 5 out of 5 peaches.
Yeah, no. Oh no.
All right.
What?
Sabrina.
Okay. No, I'll go with you guys too, and I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It made my Nintendo soft spot in heart happy. Like I was really happy with it.
It can't fit in my chest anymore.
No, as a girl that I played Nintendo ever since I was really young. So and I'm so glad that they did such a good job with it. Yeah.
Wow, somebody needs some caffeine.
Drinking.
Yeah, he's a drink.
You might want to drink more.
Me, I'll give Mario a 8 out of 10. I think I played a handful of the Mario games. I can say I'm a fan, but my Mario is Mario Kart. So when we get to that part in the movie, that's my thing right there.
Right on.
But
Okay.
yeah, I enjoyed it. I will own it.
Nice. Yep. So, all right. So now that we're getting into spoilers here, so for me, all right. So I will just kind of start hitting the high points, and then also mention the ones that felt a little off for me. So, which was where the whole minus 0.5 came in. So, yeah, you take a nap, Danny.
8 hours.
You're like, I needed 10. Anyway, so for me, it was I like that every single major character had a very cool intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Bowser, he had the most grandiose, bad guy entry. It's behold the king of the Koopas, and here comes Bowser with just fire and brimstone.
We're just gonna let Charles act out the whole movie.
yeah.
Open the case.
Pity, yeah, exactly.
He's gonna voice it.
Exactly. But Bowser had that, and then of course when we get to the Mario Brothers, it cuts right to their commercial with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show theme, and everyone that was familiar with it immediately is like, yes.
You can just see the parent, everyone beyond the age of 30, just
just all with Mario Brothers. Yeah.
I will say this. I completely forgot to mention this right at the beginning. When we were watching the opening for the movie startup, it showed the Nintendo logo with Mario and Luigi bouncing.
Yes.
And as soon as I got done with the little I was in the theater going, woohoo! And everybody just started howling with laughter.
Yeah. But it's because we all felt like that. We're like,
Yeah.
yes.
We were just like, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Everyone was so stoked in our theater because we went opening night.
Yeah.
And
We dressed up too.
Exactly. We
yeah,
dressed.
we did.
Yeah, there was several people that dressed up at least in one form or another.
Yeah,
so
it was great.
Yeah, the energy was really high. But yeah, every single what?
No, I was gonna say Joe and Ronan dressed up as the original live action Mario Bros.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was so epic.
And then me and Charles dressed up as the cartoon versions, and we were covering all fronts.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we literally had both sets right there.
If only I was Bowser.
You are Bowser.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. But so then we get to Princess Peach, and she has a very stoic introduction with her, which I thought was great. And then let's see here, who else?
Donkey Kong.
Oh, Donkey Kong. Yes, he had just. I swear, every time I could find that on YouTube, where somebody's taken that clip from the theater, where he comes lunging into the the DK rap, it's just yes, DK,
I'm Donkey Kong.
hi Dad.
No,
Don't do that.
That's what they came here for. Dancing pets.
And so funny thing, somebody had no idea what the heck he said when he said that, and so they thought it was dancing PAX. Like they put
Oh.
PACKS. Yeah, I was like, and people were like correcting him, like, no, it's PEX.
He's literally flexing his chest.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's got a proton pack on. But yeah, no, every single character had a wonderful, like, powerful introduction, and they even played into the whole the Italian voice with the commercial, because they did that, where they were doing the stereotypical Italian voice,
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, exactly. And then afterwards, they're like, was that too over the top? Was it? And then, of course, Charles Martinet shows up. It was perfect. Woohoo!
And what was brilliant about that too was Martinet was actually voicing the original homage of Mario called Jumpman from
Jumpman.
from the Donkey Kong game.
Yep.
Which, by the way, Joe, thank you for that knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, and I think he was even playing like a form of Jumpman in
Yeah,
the,
he was,
in the
he
background.
was.
Yeah.
He even voiced Mario and Luigi's father.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Which I thought that was also really cool that we got to see their family.
Yeah.
And that they have like that whole like big family. They're all sitting down to eat at the table and everything. And just all the references. This movie was loaded with them.
Not even
It's like buy Nintendo or die.
Yeah, exactly.
straight up.
Oh, you want to watch Sonic the Hedgehog? Die.
Exactly.
What's funny too is I'm watching that whole family dinner. I'm like, oh my god, this is my family. Straight up, from the Italian food to everyone giving each other shit for trying out something new, and the father just completely demolishing Mario's dream of trying to open up his own business or outstretch himself. I'm like, shit, I'm Mario.
No, so what was funny was like, I think we kept like jerking around, but we kept like like grabbing like each other's shirts and everything because we were just like interested in looking at like the background. We were just like, it's a Punch Out,
Look!
oh, that's just the Duck on Duck, like,
Yeah, we basically were like the whole time we were from what was that movie where he goes, Once Upon a Time, where it's like, snap and pointing at the finger, the finger at the screen.
I know. I did that with Ronan when we saw the Star Fox ship. I
The
was like,
R-Wing?
yeah.
Star Fox.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, Star Fox, it's real.
That's the hint. That's the
Exactly,
Hint. We're gonna
yeah.
get a Star Fox movie, hopefully.
Hopefully,
But
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The main head of Nintendo, what was his name again?
The CEO of Nintendo?
Yeah.
Shoot. Hold up. Anyway,
So while he looks up the name, he actually mentioned that after the success that has skyrocketed with Super Mario Bros., that they're going to be making more Super Nintendo films.
yeah.
So
We all expected it. We knew that if this movie blew up, and which it currently is, I think as of today, April 29th, it is just shy of $1 billion.
well,
Wow.
they're about to release their Japan show.
No, it released yesterday.
Oh, it did?
It came out in Japan yesterday.
Okay.
Which they've
yeah.
gone nuts, according to the pictures
Yeah.
you were showing me. Like huge, like wall-spanning advertisements, like dedicated, like covered seats with decoration.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah, this movie is making bank.
Okay, so it looks
yeah.
like the current president of Nintendo is Shuntaro Furukawa.
right. That's who I was referring to.
Okay.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, because he was the one who was very super strict on the rights for Super Mario Bros. And the Nintendo characters. Like, he was very protective over it, and for good reason.
Right.
And now, because of the success, we are hopefully going to see him start more Nintendo films like Mario 2, Donkey Kong, Link, Zelda.
Metroid Prime, please.
Yeah, Star
Yeah.
Fox. Like, we would love to see a Star Fox. Hell, I would love to see them do like an homage of Star Fox to Top Gun with Danger Zone.
Oh, you know that they would probably try and
okay.
squeeze that in there somewhere. Because, I mean, they did that with this movie. I mean, we had, No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Was it Take On Me? They definitely did include, some current or, popular songs.
They did pop
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah, pop culture songs. So,
Now, I think the elephant in the room when it comes to songs.
uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, as soon as the song came on, we were just laughing. But then these guys all look at me with this big grin, going, "That's you." Shut up.
Vinny is Bowser.
Oh, yeah. You are Jack Black.
Oh God.
No, as soon as Bowser starts professing his love to Peach and all that, because to all the listeners out there, funny ass story. Sorry,
Please,
knocking on you, Vinny.
No, please
Yeah.
share this shit. This is too damn funny.
No, he of course the funny thing is he likes some other girl out there, but won't say who. So when Bowser's up there and he's all talking about Peach and everything, I could not help but just but no, Jack Black, yeah, dude. If you were to do a deep fake with this man, no changes here.
Dude, we've done the face swap app of my face on Jack Black. There's no change. You just see my face on his body. It's a perfect DNA match. Every structure of my face matches Jack. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I think when we did watch the 3D showing of that, though.
The 3D was amazingly good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really did.
They should
yeah.
have done that in IMAX.
IMAX
It was so
3D would have been,
beautiful.
yeah.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
The one thing that sucked about it was because you could hear everybody munching on popcorn and candy and talking amongst each other. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, that was me.
No, it wasn't you. It was everybody else. But I'm sitting there watching. I'm like,
No, our showing had that annoying fucking
Yeah,
dad in
no, our
front of
showing was
us.
not-
He just
not
kept
good.
standing up and moving, and all you
Yeah.
see is the silhouette of this dude with this backwards cap, and he's just like.
What the heck was he doing?
It's weird. It's either these people had no idea they were at a 3D showing because you could hear them a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta get the glasses." So you just see
They forgot the glasses.
20 minutes. They
Yeah.
were trying to watch it as is, and they couldn't. And we were just like,
Oh.
sit down.
Wow.
They even left their own damn kid in there.
To them.
Both
Kids
parents.
like, Mom, Dad.
How did they buy tickets for a 3-day showing and then the ticket person didn't give them glasses?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I went to my 3D showing, the lady, she was
The
some
usher?
old
Yeah.
lady, the usher. She's like, "Oh yeah, you have a 3D showing. Did they give you your glasses yet, sweetie?" And I was like, "No." Okay, here you go. Yeah, it's she did it. So what was
when
the?
we saw Avatar in 3D, they gave us our glasses.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
No, but
sure with how freaking long it took these two idiotic parents to decide to go get the 3D glasses. I'm assuming they're out there going, "No, we don't need 3D glasses." Oh, okay then.
They
do not
probably
check
did.
what the hell you're going to go see when you're buying the time. What
Not
the
many
fuck?
people, yeah. They just see it now. That's the general audience, though.
Yeah.
You have to fucking, tell them.
Oh no.
They're
Yeah.
that stupid.
Yeah, I feel like they need to put. Didn't they used to have a sign somewhere that said, "Oh, make sure you have your 3D glasses"? Didn't
Well,
it used
even
to be a
so,
thing?
even for 3D showings, the first clue that you also go to is either the little thing on top that says either 3D, for the timing and all that, but
Exactly.
also there's the bin, the recycling
Right.
bin.
Yeah.
So that should have been oh, okay, I guess we need glasses for that. So
Yeah, and also
know?
too, I didn't see it for the Mario movie that I went to, but generally for 3D movies, they'll say put on your 3D glasses now.
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
They don't
yeah.
do that anymore.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was odd. I was like, well, it would have helped those
Those
guys.
two,
yeah.
yeah.
They'd have been like 3D
No, it
glasses.
was so annoying. Dude, do you not see the people even behind you that are like, "Hey, can you move? We're trying to watch the damn movie."
I was about
here."
ready to yell, just be like, "Dude, sit down."
I know. I was surprised that you guys didn't say anything.
No, I actually put my foot behind the seat, trying to push it, you asshole, you fucking.
Well, I'm surprised that they went as long as they did without going. Something has to be wrong.
I thought they were done. Thank you,
Yeah.
leave and all that. But
No,
then when you
but
see them come
comes
back,
right back.
and you're like, oh god, and you're like, okay.
They're lucky that this wasn't our first showing because I would have lost my shit.
Oh
No
dude,
kidding.
Yeah.
that
I
would have
lost
been.
my shit.
Yeah, I would have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So during the movie, I'm gonna intervene here because we were talking about this before we talked about those annoying morons. Bowser starts singing about peaches.
No.
And
Yeah.
we're just sitting there laughing our asses off, and I just look over, and Joe's just giving me this look like. I couldn't help but to fucking laugh. I'm like, yeah, this is me right here, son of a bitch. when we went to go see the 3D showing. Like they're playing the end because we've already seen it 3 times, so we didn't care. So I'm in the theater going, Mario, Luigi, and a Donkey Kong 2. 1,000 coops of troopers couldn't keep me from you. Princess Peach.
All what Sabrina and I saw was just the silhouette of like Vinny. Like the voice is like perfect, and it's like.
And Joe's like, "Where's my phone?"
Said something. I'm like, Joe, you should be filming this.
So like we're filming this. After that bit was done, it was at the end credits of the movie.
Yeah, it was.
I love that the people in the front of us, like there was a couple rows down, they like stood up. They're like, "Who the hell was singing?"
yeah.
They're like,
This guy.
Peaches. Oh my god, it was great.
yeah.
And then, sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No. You go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but we just had a damn good time with it. And then, of course, my favorite bit that I just was not expecting to get so hyped up on was Donkey Kong. Like just seeing the DK world and those characters. I will say the one character that stuck out like a sore thumb was Cranky Kong. Like the voice actor.
Yeah, Will Arnett.
Yeah, he's
not Will Arnett.
Fred Armisen.
Yeah,
Fred
Fred
Armisen.
Armisen.
Yeah, he's a good actor, but his voice was just really weird in this one.
It was a little off. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of grown on me a little bit, but it was. I would have expected something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That's part of the 0.5 that.
We're gonna
Just because of him.
Oh no, not just that. Not just that, but yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it.
We're gonna need cuts.
Yeah.
Any cuts?
Of course,
Go on.
Seth Rogen. Like, it's funny that like, everyone like changed. Yeah, the
Yeah,
laugh
the
and
infamous
everything.
laugh. Yeah, but I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? It works for Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
We knew he was in it. We knew he was Donkey Kong going into it. We didn't expect anything.
He
less.
doesn't need to
Yeah.
act. Just be Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean, he's like, I can't do voices, so this is what you're getting if you're casting me as Donkey Kong. And it's like, well, all right, you know what? It works. Whatever.
That's great.
So, did we want to get into Mario Kart then?
Yeah,
Because-
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that part, the Mario Kart of the movie, honestly starts when they go to Donkey Kong Country.
Yep.
So it was just random ape number 473 that picked him up, or did he have a name?
Oh, that one? I don't know. Like, some people were saying that was supposed to be Funky Kong, but I'm like, that's not Funky
Oh
Kong.
yeah,
This
no.
is a different one.
Not Funky.
I in my opinion, I'm naming him like Suave Kong, you know, or like Retro Kong.
So random ape 473 picks them up and brings them to Cranky Kong, and we're driving through the entirety of the kingdom. It's like, this is just so fucking cool, man.
Well-
They got the glider on the cart, like, ah!
Well, and the Double Dash reference. the
Yeah.
fact that they're standing on the back. Yeah.
Yeah, like even the whole Rainbow Road. Of course, like the little,
Yes.
the little trick in Mario Kart 64, just jump.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, somebody is like, we got to do a shortcut. We got to do a shortcut on Rainbow Road.
Yeah,
Yep.
here it comes.
And plus, like,
okay.
we're gonna need carts. Like, they go over to create their carts. Like, they pulled this straight from the games. Like, the main body, the wheels, the glider. I'm like, and they press
A
to
button.
do it. Like, you guys are great, man. I was losing my shit. It's so cool.
Well, and even the theme song too. They pulled
Yep.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how they're driving. Donkey Kong's just like, is this you flirting? Man, this is terrible. I'm laughing.
You should be so embarrassed. And then Toad rolls off and it's like, no, he's a great guy.
I'll say this, like, of all the items to make a character, the blue shell, they made a character. Like, huh, okay, sweet.
That was interesting, and the fact that they used the sound effects of it. You know,
You knew.
Yep. It's like we know we've all heard that playing Mario Kart.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, us watching it in 3D, the cinematography of it was just so damn good because it just makes you feel submerged into that whole racing on Rainbow Road. And then, of course, it just continues on with the film, with Bowser trying to propose to Peach, with the superstar.
Well, she does go with it, and then they start the ceremony.
Yeah. The ceremony was a great little Easter egg, too, because it
King
featured...
Bomb, King Boo.
Yeah,
Yeah, King
it featured
Balong,
all
King
the main
Boo.
bosses from N64. And then Luigi, throughout the majority of the film, was in captivity, unfortunately. But like they did.
That's where like that one point, like
Yeah. I was
we get it from.
Oh, the
yeah.
Super Mario Brothers movie. Just Mario.
Mario.
Oops, all Mario. That was also the little bit that also helped to knock it off. That half point down because it was like, I think Charlie Day was doing an excellent job as Luigi.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more Luigi because Luigi's my boy, and it's like he was
Caught.
cleaned up. Yeah, he was caught.
He was the princess.
Mamma mia!
Apparently, by what I've been hearing, like they were staying true to the source material where Mario had to go rescue his brother Luigi.
Source material.
Which
Yeah.
source material are they referring to?
So like I've been looking into a lot of like the history of the Super Mario's, not just through video game but through comic books way back in the day, and like I've been seeing like some comic books being brought up where Peach was actually a badass.
Yeah. you're
Yes.
talking-
The old. The manga.
The Nintendo Power
manga.
comics.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They had a whole collection with the Super Mario's, and they actually were more story driven than games and everything.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple things where like Peach was the hero and shit like that, and it was Mario the one that was caught. Yeah. So
Exactly.
they tried to
Oh.
like switch it up a bit. Of course, this was like during the like right before Super Mario Brothers 3, so you only had Mario 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because Peach has had plenty of moments where she was in her own game or was a playable character.
Mhm.
So in Super Mario Brothers 2, she was, a playable character, and when she ran, she kind of like lifted her skirt, like how they.
Yeah.
She
do that
glided.
reference. Yeah. And yep.
She parachuted with her dress.
Yeah. Exactly.
I hated Luigi though in that game though. The little
Yeah. The flutter
twinkle
jump.
to-
Yeah,
oh,
the
God,
flutter-
His jump sucks.
dude, it's just like no, land here.
Yeah, land here. You're like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
trying to like, yep.
God.
But then, like, she also had, she was in Super Princess Peach, where she was the main character.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, yep.
Yeah, I played that
And,
one.
She's obviously been in other the sports games and stuff.
Mhm.
One of her
And-
powers in that game was tears to make shit grow. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it was like an emotion land where she was in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Peach has always like been capable, like as a fighter and as a character. It's just that in this case they're like, okay, we'll have her kind of get captured ish, but Luigi's more the one that needs to be rescued.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And they also had that weird like little ghosty star that was captive.
Oh,
that was
the
just
Luma.
so fucking hilarious.
yeah. The sweet release of death. And everyone's just like, shut this thing up.
Finally,
Talking for 3 weeks.
finally, mercy.
And then when they're getting saved, boo.
Honestly, that little character was a good highlight. I was just having a good time listening to that one.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine
I
they
think
just
that
had
one
like voice, like I don't know, just sound bites of that, like in jail or prison for.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
All prisoners.
They would just be like all the guys in there, just be like, ah!
I can just imagine the prisoners just losing their shit. I'll behave, I swear. Just tell them to shut up.
Stop that Nintendo evil thing now.
be like, and in other news, sales of Nintendo products have suddenly started going down with all the release of these prisoners. We wonder why.
Every voice actor in that film just did a phenomenal job. Chris Pratt knocked it out with Mario. Like, a lot of people were skeptic on that one, but he did great. I thought he did a
I ended
fantastic
up really
job.
liking him.
Yeah, I almost feel like they used like some of the worst takes for like the trailers and stuff because
Intentionally,
Yeah.
yes.
yeah.
And also, like that the first trailer we got. What is this place? That line's gone.
Yeah, that line's
Yep.
completely gone, not used. And then also his Wahoo, like that was like one of the weaker Wahoos in the trailer, but in the movie it was a lot better. It was a much better one. So I'm like, why? Like, so I think they were trying to go for like, oh, let's do a little bit of negative publicity to get the butts in the seats. But I'm like,
You get those Twitter nerds are angry.
exactly, yeah. But what's up?
No, we're waiting for you. Yeah. No.
But- so it was kind of interesting, but another thing that, speaking of the angry Twitter nerds and stuff like that, Shigeru Miyamoto was interviewed, and he said it in a very positive way, but basically was implying that, hey, thanks for all the negative reviews and stuff like that. You've actually helped to promote our movie, so thank you.
It's like with YouTube comments. Look, oh, you guys are stupid. Thanks for the engagement.
Exactly. So yeah, and the numbers aren't lying. I mean, they're even pushing back the physical release so that the movie can be in the theaters longer.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so many showings for a theater, with the
Dude,
exception
for
of
that
maybe
movie,
maybe Star Wars.
Yeah, The Force Awakens, when that first came out, every single auditorium was Star Wars.
Right. But yeah, so like with Mario, yeah, I remember I opened the Harkins app, like the day of, and it was just showings
At 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30.
Exactly. It like every single time slot that they could have, they had slots for. It filled up the whole screen.
Damn. There's like a daycare for your kids. Here you go.
Pretty much.
Put 'em in
You go to,
here.
like one of the random Harkins that still has those like arcade daycares for kids. You drop them off. Okay, kids, we'll see you in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think Chris Pratt even said it best, because he was getting a lot of hate for his role in this movie, and he just said, "Hey man, just go see the movie, check it out, and then we'll have a talk about it. I think you guys will really enjoy it. Just come out and see it." Like, his response to the whole thing has just been absolute aces. Like, Chris, you're fucking awesome, dude. I love you.
Yeah, he's done a good job, and I mean, aside from Cranky Kong being a little bit, it could have been better. I think the voices were good. Jack Black definitely is like the number one in this movie. Yeah,
he carried
nailed
it.
Oh yeah.
I guess love really makes a guy come out of his shell, huh?
You're doing great.
I told you the line wouldn't work. Oh God! I love at the wedding scene. She's just like, "You really think I would marry you?" Kinda.
Yeah, just the humor in it too.
And then that finale. The finale was just a great way to set it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, for me though, like what would be more? Jesus Christ,
We lost Danny.
Yep.
But what would be the next Nintendo movie you would want to see? Like we know there's probably gonna be spin-off and sequels with Super Mario, but what do you think the next? What would you want to see?
What would I want to see?
Like immediately, I would fucking money on that one.
It's they're right next to each other. Metroid or Star Fox? Like
Metroid or
that,
Star Fox?
That's what. And for me, it'd be like if it was Star Fox, I want it in an animated style, or stop motion. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because remember how the OG Star Fox had those puppets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to see that, if they did stop motion with that, can you imagine how cool that would be? Plus, you would have that they could do you've seen the level of realism they can get with the environments and stuff like that. Can you imagine with stop motion? How cool that would be for Metroid. As tempting as it would be to see a live action Metroid, I honestly feel like it needs to be animated. Do it in a realistic animated style, but it needs to be animated. I don't think that they could properly do live action and fully embrace Metroid. That's just my opinion. I could be proven wrong. They might be able to do a live action and make it awesome. But I feel like with animation, they can adjust the characters' looks and get whatever they want. And they can make it look like, Samus. They can make it look like Ridley and all this stuff like that. So that's me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Me? Dude, you know me. Legend of Zelda, man.
Yes.
That would have to be.
They're doing Mario 2. Let's be real. They're doing Mario 2.
Yeah,
But that's the next logical step. Okay, what's after Mario? Zelda would be the next biggest Nintendo property.
No, Legend of Zelda would be good, but it all depends on which iteration.
I
That's
know, that
that's the
too.
one thing
That's
that really
the
sucks.
thing.
That's
They
the
have
thing.
to put a lot of thinking into that one because you don't want to piss off someone who loved, Twilight Princess. It's why they're using Ocarina of Time. It's well, it was the most popular one, of that time during the N64 era, or if they just went all the way back and just did it with the first game or Adventures of Link. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They could. I mean, that would be the OG.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like if it was me, the versions of Link I'd be fine with would be either Link to the Past,
Yep.
Ocarina. I'd be okay with Ocarina.
Yeah.
And then this one's gonna probably be a bit divisive, but I would also be fine with Wind Waker.
Wind Waker?
So yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sort of cell shading. Like I liked that style. At first I wasn't, but it grew on me, and then I liked it. So yeah. So that would be like the 3 styles I would go for, but I know there's plenty more out there as well. So
Yeah.
what about you, Vinny? Like what would you?
Okay, so there's 3 in mind for me. I have to agree with you guys. Metroid and Star Fox would be good ones. I think because he's already in this movie and there's huge opportunity for this character to grow as his own cinematic film, it's got to be Donkey Kong. Because Donkey Kong has had a major impact on us when we were in the 90s with Super Nintendo and N64 and Mario Kart. And because this character already they literally hit it right on the nail of the head by showing Diddy Kong, his sister, and the other characters from the other video
That's
games.
true. Yeah.
You literally have the animated characters already made. Just crop them out and put them in their own films.
And just to add, too, of course, like when we talk about like sequels and spin-offs, too, of course, everyone is going to talk about Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
everyone wants that Halloween,
Damn it,
like
that's my fourth
spooky.
one.
Well,
Yeah.
when he first ended up in the Darklands, it was kind of there was a hint of it,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Luigi's Mansion. Exactly. Yeah.
The underworld theme, but yeah.
But just with the flashlight and the spookiness and everything, and everyone was like, "Ooh, are they hinting at Luigi's Mansion?" Which I would absolutely love that.
So
Every Ghostbuster fan, like, oh, we
Exactly,
yeah.
yeah, 'cause imagine like seeing Professor Egad, like and like who would they
just-
get to voice that?
just imagine Luigi saying, "Who you gonna call?"
Maurice LaMarche, duh. We're going to get Cartoon Egon to do it. Nintendo.
Write that down.
But yeah, so I feel right there with you guys. Luigi Mansion has to be number 1 now in the spot. Number 2 would be Donkey Kong for me. Number 3 would be Star Fox. And again, I've said this before.
Now, here's the thing. There's kind of a difference, though. The Star Fox with Super Nintendo or Star Fox 64? 64. I have to go.
64.
Yeah, I think I'd have to give it to 64.
It has the best story arc that we all remember by. But
Oh, good, but I'm better.
I'm better.
and
But throw Crystal in there too, just
Yeah.
for the just because she was also part of like Assault and Command and things like that. So yeah, so let's have everyone.
yeah. And of course, I keep saying this, and I just can't get it out of my head. I want to see a Star Fox Top Gun like reference.
Hold on, there is something I do want to add. We did forget. It's funny how now this movie gets overlooked. Now, like we remember the hype for Pokemon, the first movie.
Oh yeah, Pokemon
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude,
Like that. I mean, that one was pretty big back then.
that was such a good movie.
But yeah, if they were to, I would see this more as more of a TV show now. If they just redid the Johto League saga, and
Oh my god.
in
just,
live action.
no, not live action,
Animation.
like 3D. Just do it like
Well,
that.
they've
It would
already
be.
started doing that.
well, because they redid the first movie in
3D
CG.
animation,
Yeah,
yeah.
It wasn't that
3D,
good. It was not good.
I
I
didn't
remember
see
watching
it.
that. I had to shut that off because I didn't like what they did with it. They were editing some of the storylines with it, and it just didn't fit right for me. Especially because like we grew up with Pokemon back in the '90s. The first
Oh,
Pokemon
they
movie-
updated all the.
Yeah, they really
yeah,
polished
okay.
it, and I was just like, "This is too clean." Like, I'd rather prefer the original animated look, but, oh my god, there was something I was just thinking about that you guys remind me of. Shit. Oh, they did do an animated movie, in anime style of the original Red and Blue Pokemon game. I remember watching that. That was really good. I want to see that turn into updated film.
I mean, now that we have Detective Pikachu and Detective Pikachu 2 coming soon, I mean, we're covered when it comes to Pokemon movies.
I know, but this
Yeah.
this really kind of hits home. Like if you were the original Game Boy players, whether you picked Red or Blue, this really harkened back to that original source material with the story arc and everything. Like this was just such good anime, all in its original language, I'm just like, this is a damn good Pokemon movie.
You know what would be a good Nintendo movie? I know this doesn't follow up with like any of like the big franchises, and yeah, there's the jabs of Super Smash Brothers. Charles, you may know Blaster Master, right?
Yes.
I know of it. And
Are you Charles? But dude, that game was just like, it wasn't like the big name. It was just. It was weird. It was just even the box art. It was just like a monster with like a target on its
Right.
head.
Yeah.
But when you play, you're just like, okay. The main premise is basically a boy, his toad, and a tank.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm just like, and the theme song it was by Sunsoft Studios, and it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, I could see like this being fucking pretty cool and all that. I know. You know, it wasn't really popular, but I would like them to take a chance with it. If they did
That
like
would
one
be
of those things with
interesting.
like toys, you know, the Pixar movies, you know how they have like those short films
Right.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
That would be nice too.
There you go. Yeah, that would be something.
Like if they can't fit into like a full length movie, just do something like a little short or something to get people hyped up or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Now,
Sure.
when it comes to Legend of Zelda, again, we could all agree on this one, but like I think that if they're going to do Legend of Zelda, they have to reference the animated show. There has to be a couple of scenes where Link says, "Well, excuse me, princess."
That's a dead giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, well, look at the Mario Brothers movie. Like they brought in the Super Show theme
Yeah.
and all this stuff like that. So of course they're gonna bring that in.
You know what I just thought of that would actually make a fun movie? I don't know. Well, actually, I don't even know if it would make a fun movie because I don't know much about this character. Ness from Smash Brothers. You guys,
Oh, you mean?
he's the little kid with the red cap. on.
Yeah, yeah.
What's his name?
From yeah. Well, also from what the heck is that game? Dang it! Why am I drawing a blank?
Captain Falcon.
No.
No.
Ness came from what was it? It was that RPG game that came from Japan. Why am I getting? It's right freaking there. It's annoying me. Shoot.
On the
All
tip
right.
of your tongue.
Yeah, I gotta look this up, and I know people are probably that are listening are like screaming, like, "Oh, it's this game!" It's like, but I remember that game was so hard to get. Like, it was kind of like The Secret of Mana. Like, I had to buy that one at a it was a place that resells stuff. Like it was
Bookman's?
no, well, it was kind of like a Bookman's. It was that's where I ended up getting it used because you could not find it new anywhere. It was just gone off the shelves.
It was just one of those rare items.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Um,
A pawn shop. There we go. Jeez, I don't know why. I don't know why I freaking blanked on that, but it's because I haven't been to a pawn shop in years, like decades, actually. No, yeah.
I keep forgetting about like those places. Yeah.
I know. I need to stop by one of those places one of these days. I've never been to one. Just turned
Yeah.
34 years old. I've never been to a pawn shop. I need to make that happen.
Earthbound. That was
Earthbound.
it.
Okay.
That was it.
Earthbound,
Ness came from Earthbound. Yeah. So
So yeah, I definitely think those are my top 4 for Nintendo games.
that would be interesting. Like after, of course, if they're gonna start going with Mario and Nintendo movies and stuff like that, I could see them starting to like pull into things like that. Like, oh, Earthbound, you know.
Yeah.
But that would be a bit more like a niche market because I know not everyone's played Earthbound.
Yeah, like I said, it has to be like one of those little like shorts for the beginning of the movie. Like,
Yeah.
they need to use like a higher like IP to like make it a full length feature rather
Yeah.
than something that's
Mario, Nintendo, Star Fox, Kirby.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Legend
Kirby.
of Zelda. Those big names. Everyone. Shoot, even F-Zero. Oh my gosh, dude.
Charles is like, oh my god, the possibilities.
You
are
know,
endless.
our good friend Anthony will go nuts for Mega Man.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes. Can you imagine that?
Oh,
Sorry,
fuck,
dude.
man.
Like that just got me hyped up. Because to this day, I listen to the theme song of the original cartoon, "Super Fighting Robot." Mega Man. That just gets me pumped up for Mega Man. Like they have to make that into a new movie.
Yeah. Now, I mean, can you imagine Mega Man X?
Oh my
Jeez. Oh my gosh! Calm down.
Dude, I played for hours on that game. You have no idea what stress levels I went to get all the upgraded armor. That was my life.
Did you also get the Hadouken? Oh yeah, that was a
Man.
Yep. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, they could do all sorts of things. It's yeah.
endless.
Yeah, possibilities are endless, and thank you, Mario Brothers, for as I'm pointing to my poster on the wall, for opening. Yep. Thank you very much, man, for opening the doors and finally saying, "Hey, look, you can make a good video game movie. You just need to make it entertaining."
Yeah.
You know what? You just reminded me. I got to go back to FYE and go pick up that poster.
Oh yeah, you were talking about there was another one. Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to even find that at FYE for $10. I'm just like, well, shit. Yoink. Sabrina, what movies would you want to see for Nintendo?
Well, yeah, obviously Luigi's Mansion and Legend of Zelda, which, speaking on that, I'm so excited for Tears of the Kingdom, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
What's funny is that I mean, even that, that game, I'm just like, I clicked on the video, it was going live, and it was like, okay, so here's the trailer. I'm like, wow, I'm already jumping to it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was jaw dropped. I'm like, God damn it! I guess I need to get a Switch because
Yes,
that
get a
movie and that
Switch.
game trailer. I'm like, okay, time to freaking do it right now.
These guys have been trying to pull me in to buy a Switch. I'm like,
Get a Switch.
Yeah, I know.
One of us.
That or a tattoo. I'm just like, oh god damn it. Okay.
Next thing you know, I put on my Mario cap. Let's go.
Yeah, well, my friend Art, man, he I just see him playing. I'm like, God damn it, dude! I need to freaking play something here. Yeah, fuck you, Xbox and PlayStation.
Well, I
take
mean,
it with me here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can take it with you, and also it's just there's a lot of fun games on it too, Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, obviously. I mean, I can,
Dude, yeah, man.
Well, and now they've added the Game Boy games to it too.
Oh my god!
So-
Are you serious?
Service.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If you get their
That recently
live
just
service,
got added.
You can get all those.
Yep.
Now, question: Can't you screen the game to your TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, fuck. I know this now. Oh my God.
You put
Yeah.
it in the dock, and then the HDMI cable goes to your TV or your receiver or whatever. And yeah, I play on this TV right here.
Okay, now
We
whatever
would like
money
to
I make
play.
left on those transformers I'm selling, it's going to my new Switch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Once we're done with the podcast, I'll show you, man. You can play it right there.
I'll be sitting there for hours.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
I like to go to bed
get
now.
the hell out of my house.
Hang on, 5 more minutes. Next thing you know, Peach and Bowser are coming out of the TV, chasing me around, and they go back in the TV. It's like, Charles, did you see that? No.
Okay, how
Then-
high are you?
Well, they did that in the original animated movie. So I was just like, that would be happening.
So Sabrina, so that's your pick.
Yeah.
there?
Oh, and then I have a soft spot for Kirby. So
Yeah.
Kirby.
I remember Kirby's TV show from 4Kids.
I think that was it.
It used to be Fox Kids, but they changed the name to 4Kids, and I remember that show. It was kind of a weird setup for Kirby, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, it was. So anyway, Danny, what about you?
I mean, we're obviously getting Mario 2. That's not. Don't even have to doubt that. But for me, what movie I would want next? Probably a Star Fox would be next. And Metroid. Honestly, those are my two things I want from Nintendo. Give me a really good animated space fight movie, and then give me a good adaptation of Metroid because I love those games.
Mm-hmm, definitely, and me, I think it would have to either be Prime, using the Prime storyline,
Oh yeah.
or going in with the SNES line and going into Fusion, because I love Fusion, and I was so happy when I ran across somebody on YouTube that was like, yes, Fusion is my number one favorite. I was like, thank you. 'Cause I know so many people don't, because it was more linear, but I'm like, I loved it for the atmosphere. It was so, it felt claustrophobic. It felt like you were alone, surrounded by monsters, and I loved that. You know, that was like the best. And even Dread, as much as I like Dread, I feel it didn't quite capture that raw, horror and uncertainty that Fusion did. So, yeah. Let's
wait.
go.
I forgot one more movie. Here.
go ahead.
Duck Hunt.
I feel like,
Yeah, I don't know how well that might come across.
you know what? I feel like if they spun it in the direction of like a Looney Tunes cartoon, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, so like a short before the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like, Roadrunner and Coyote.
Oh,
But in
okay.
this case, the duck and the dog. Is
Quickly,
trying
Glenn. Yeah.
yeah, and then somewhere at the end, like he manages to catch the duck, and then they just close like a little circle wipe down.
So amazing game. Well, I mean, they titled it Tetris, I think. But
That's right.
yeah.
They have a Tetris one, but it's more about the
making.
the
Yeah.
making
Oh,
of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Though it still seems like it might be kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know we've already kind of got a bit of a resurgence here with video games and being adapted into other media. So I know we've had Last of Us, and then there were some other ones too that they've had. Was it Halo?
Yep,
Although-
Halo.
Yeah, that
Quality
one was.
aside, it was still adapted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
although
wasn't that great.
it was unfortunate.
Watch it.
So
You weren't missing much. Don't.
No.
trust me, you did not. Miss
I
a
don't
thing.
have much connection with Halo. Like, I think I maybe played like.
I have the most connection with Halo.
She
I
did.
worked on everything.
And you probably felt the most insulted.
Yeah, oh, trust me, I
Well,
did.
I didn't have an Xbox until like 2007 or 8.
The OG Xbox. or
OG
the
Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, the OG. Okay.
There's one video game adaptation they have to make into a cinematic film, and that's Gears of War.
I know you're.
Oh, Gears of War
that
is so
would
good.
be
Okay,
good.
yeah.
Are they
Dope.
trying to make something?
They're trying.
There's
like,
been talks.
Yeah.
Like
but
there was
yeah.
a time way back in the day when the games were hot and fresh.
Yeah, I
at
remember
the moment.
John Travolta. Yeah, that
Yeah,
whole
John
thing.
Travolta was cast in. And I was actually super excited for that. But yeah, no, my cousin Shane, he was huge on Halo, and I tried playing with him for a little bit, but I couldn't get into it. But when he brought me into Gears, he and I teamed up as Marcus and Dom. And
Aww.
like Shane's my brother. He's my cousin, but he's literally my brother because he's an only child, and I never had a brother in my family. So me and him were always like back to back with each other. So when we played that game, it really was personal between me and him. Like we just had a blast and a good time where we're just like, dude, this is us.
Nice.
We're Dom and Phoenix. Like that's just us.
Nice. Yeah, no, that would be cool. And I do know that at least we are getting Five Nights at Freddy's. So
Yeah.
We got the official. We got one picture. We got a release date. I need something else. I need a poster. I need something.
I'm so ecstatic because of the fact that Stan Winston Studios got
Nope.
involved. It's like, huh?
Jim Henson Creature Shop.
Oh, right. Thank you for correcting me. Jim Henson's. But they are knocking it out of the park because I can't tell what's real, what's fake. The
like
fact that
all we've seen is like teaser pictures plus that official image Jason Blum released after they wrapped production, and of course that amazing leaked picture of Springtrap. Oh, it looks
yes,
so good.
yes, and now it's just the waiting game. So I'm excited for this, and also another video game adaptation that's being worked on right now is Markiplier, the famous YouTuber. He's currently
Iron
filming.
Lung, that's right.
Yep, for Iron
that's
Lung.
Yeah.
right.
And
I'm watching that.
He's directing it. He's starring in it. So I'm very excited to see what Mark's
Mm-hmm.
doing. So Mark, if you hear this, man, kudos to you. I'm super excited to see what you do with this.
Yeah, I was shocked when they posted that. I was like, I didn't know, and you know what? I'll give him credit because after I saw that, I realized, you know what? I need to go get that game. So I went, got it, played through
Hey!
it. It's a short game, but it is very atmospheric.
And what's very smart on his part too is he's doing a film where it's isolated in a sub. So he's doing the smart thing by keeping this very
A
contained.
controlled environment, yeah.
Yeah, because it's basically like the game, which is what you were. You were just one person in the sub, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. So
Another video game adaptation that has gotten a couple of TV shows but kind of got brushed under the rug. I'd be kind of curious to see what they would do as a film is Pac-Man.
I don't know.
Okay.
About that.
I don't know what they could do with that, but it's just like
I know we got that show in like the early 2010s, but just like
Oh yeah.
There was that.
Yeah,
and
the
then there
show.
was also some video games where Pac-Man was more like a character rather than just a little half circle, running
there
around.
was this one where you had to like constantly shoot him with a slingshot just to get him to do shit. And
Oh,
it was
that
so-
game. That
I hated that game with a passion. I couldn't get him to do shit.
Nope. Yeah, no, I remember renting that, and that was like that. Pull your hair out.
Even if you tried resetting it, he still remembers, and it's just like he sits there and goes, "Nah, fuck you, asshole. I'm not moving."
Just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But no, I mean, the future's looking bright. I mean, Universal's got the Mario or the Nintendo World, and
when are you going, Charles?
I know that's the big question here.
I need to.
At this point, take the Nintendo World out of Universal and just make a Nintendo Land. Like, just make it its own theme park, because by what we've seen, Charles, by what all of us have seen, is it's so overrun and so overpacked. They even have a schedule for booking to where even if you left the park, you lose your position.
Yeah, it's incredibly popular, and I feel like it's money being left on the table. Like, yeah, you're right. Nintendo could open up their own dedicated place, and people would freaking go.
Well, I mean, Mattel right now with us in Arizona. Mattel's getting that whole theme park.
Okay, yeah,
So.
no, I'm excited for the Mattel thing. I signed up to trying to get early access for that one.
Right on.
Oh, wow.
I've been slowly becoming a Masters of the Universe fan. So it's like
Slowly. It's like every other time we run into each other.
It's like, lately, I've just gotten so sick and tired of everything else going on. I just feel like this weird oddball now because all these newbie fans are like, oh, the Marvel movies, oh, the fan lore. Ah. I'm like, you're not even a real Marvel fan. You never read the comic books. Shut up. So it's like, it's becoming to this point where I'm drifting away from my favorite lore, and I'm kind of leaning on Masters here for a second. I'm like, you know what? I could get into this. Like, I'm not into the 80s cheesy stuff, but what they've been putting out recently with the comic books, Kevin Smith's animated film, even though it wasn't that great, I'm enjoying it for what it is.
And
show, right. And they're coming out with Masters of the Universe Revolution right now. So that they're continuing the story that's going to focus on He-Man and Skeletor, and I'm super excited to see what they do with it. So it's kind of nice to get into a new lore where it doesn't have a huge fan base, and I'm just like, I'm in my own little bubble.
Well, and plus it's like a callback to like the '80s and stuff like that when He-Man was a thing, because I remember the He-Man figurines when I was little. Because I remember there was one that had like one of those neon green clear plastic swords.
Yeah.
And and you like squeeze the button and it's like sword slashing action and all stuff like that. Yep.
And now they just released the official box art for Snake Mountain for the Motu Origins line, and the pre-orders have sold out within 5 minutes. Like, this playset is like the hot item for all Motu collectors.
Wow.
So it looks beautiful. The artwork is just phenomenal, and they just released that they're coming out with a book of the artwork for the toy lines, the recent toy lines. I'm just like, yes. It is such beautiful color contrast and character design. I'm just like, I would love to have this on my wall.
So I'll cut you off for a minute, but
Go ahead.
Of course, you're probably waiting for Castle Grayskull to appear at Mattel Land, right, or whatever. Yeah, the theme park. Oh, cool. Look, my only knowledge of that is like the Filmation, like couple episodes. It's nothing, and then
that and the live action.
yeah, of course,
Like,
Dolph Lundgren.
Joe has been wanting the live action He-Man.
It was so
Skeletor.
stupid. It's like Super Mario Brothers, the
Yeah,
'93 version.
it
It's
really
stupid,
is.
but it's like, okay, that was like my intro to that. I have the power. Drago as He-Man.
I will break you, Skeletor. You see Skeletor as Stallone going, go for it.
All I remember is like, isn't that the guy from Back to the Future? Mr. Strickland was in it, and I'm like, what? Yeah, Mr. Strickland was in it. Yeah, Frank Langella, freaking Archer was Skeletor. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, Yeah, I mean, he was probably the best part of that movie. Yeah,
And they were saying, like, why are we getting this high-paid actor if he's being covered up in makeup? And the guy was just like, no, do not take this away from me. I want to play Skeletor.
Yeah.
I have to act.
hams it up, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah.
Yep. So I think to wrap it up here, I'm gonna say, is there anything that you would have wanted to see in the Mario movie? Like, was there something that they missed that you would have wanted to see? I'll go first. With mine is we had the Tanuki suit. We didn't see the statue form. It's like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah, there's
I'm like,
that.
you could have done it for just a brief moment. Like, maybe he has some smaller bullet bill come flying at him. Oh, no! And it, he transforms into the statue. And bonk!
Okay, I got one. Giant Land.
Giant. Oh, yes.
Giant
Yes.
Land. Yeah.
Yep.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome.
Or the whistle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, mine is the hammer. I think it would have been funny if
The Hammer Bros? Or,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
like the.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Oh,
From DK. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So to me that would have been freaking hilarious if Luigi got it, but then he can't control it, so he's like bouncing all over the
That
place.
would be funny.
That would have been a funny scene, and then he loses and he goes, just like runs away.
that would have been awesome.
Because it is on a timer. That's what bothers me the most. Is like when you're playing that game and you get the hammer, you're like, okay, I gotta smash these guys up as fast as I can.
Yeah,
and
the
if you're
barrels.
that dumb luck, you either get it all or it stops right when you get to the bad guy, and the bad guy just kills you.
Like, I know we rushed the movie, but like one of my favorite parts though when we first watched it was when it did that like 2D scrolling scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Put our hands out, just like
Yeah.
our controllers do. We're like,
Yeah, the fact that they recreated the first level in as a side scroller, yeah, and then even all the way to the Castle Burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Sabrina, is there?
For me, it's Yoshi. It needed more Yoshi.
You needed more Yoshi. Yeah, we only got the herd of
I
Yoshi
know, I got the
running
herd
by.
and then the eggs, but like that was it.
And
I was like,
the end credit scene too.
I know, in the end credit scene, but like that was it. I love Yoshi. Yoshi's my favorite, so it's like, yeah, just need more Yoshi.
So yeah, I would imagine with the way they were teasing it, when we get the second movie, there's going to be some Yoshi.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. How about you?
Honestly, nothing for me was really missing.
I will not accept that answer. No, I'm kidding.
That's like everything that was presented is like, yes, this is what I wanted to see. And for me, I don't think I would have added anything else. Like what you guys added, yeah, that would have been cool to see. But for me, it's like, I can't really think of anything to add.
All right, fair enough. So, all right.
So with the Sabrina, with you and Yoshi, just the. I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Sorry, Yoshi. Blowing the extras. Oh God!
Then as Mario's flying through the air, all of a sudden you see a tongue, and it catches onto his foot. It's like, yep. And you see Yoshi.
Let go of me.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me, Mario.
You get like Vin Diesel or somebody with a deep voice to voice Yoshi in the next movie.
Okay, that would be hilarious.
Okay.
Like, you have all these high-pitched Yoshis, and then have one that is a low voice.
Of course, okay, it has to be Danny DeVito as Wario. That is
Yes.
Yes.
That is all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Someone was saying they wanted. Oh no, it was Jack Black saying he wanted Pedro Pascal to be Wario. But I'm like, no.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
It has to. It's got to be Dan. It's either Danny DeVito or somebody that's got like that good underbelly tone. Like it's got to be.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah, dude. Okay, imagine this: hearing the penguin to Wario.
Someone needs
Pedro, you don't have shit on this. What casting is Waluigi?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Yeah. So. All right, I think this wraps up this Mushroom Kingdom-filled episode of the Petty Cash Podcast. Thank you all for joining us. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Charles, Joe,
Bowser.
Sabrina.
of course,
And Danny.
and remember, slow down, chew your mushrooms.
Peaches.
Are we doing a test or?
Yeah, let's go ahead just to make sure. So, test, 1, 2, test with us. Yeah.
Wow.
Test, test, 1, 2.
Okay.
All right, all mics on.